Well, hello, it's Tuesday the 30th of May, and it's nearly time for the first Trooping of the Colour. But today, we were lucky enough to witness the mounted cavalry rehearsal. So here you can just see a few of the horses are having a little warm-up and a canter across the parade ground before we get started. So here we are going to witness the flags coming on, and they are stationed at certain points around the parade ground. So you can see this gentleman marching into place. Please do just hit that subscribe button in the bottom right corner. It's a lovely day today. Hopefully it will be for the Trooping of the Colour. And here we see the very first horses arriving. This is the King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery. So you can see they've got, as more of them come on, you'll see they are pulling the gun carriages along with them. Ooh, look at those swords sparkling in the light. So you have to imagine in front of all those horses will be all the foot guards and the massed bands. So this is a rehearsal without them. You can see the carriages coming on, which we've witnessed in the other rehearsals, that will carry the King, the Queen, and I think other members of the royal family. And then to the left, you can see the household cavalry arriving. So they are a union of the two most senior regiments in the British Army. So they're made up of the Life Guards and the Blues and Royals. So as we saw in the rehearsals last week, there is an inspection of the troops. So the King passes it down the line of the 6 battalions of the Foot Guards, and then they pass behind and in front of the mounted cavalries that we see in front of us. So you have to use your imagination and imagine all the foot guards and the mass bands have done their little bit. They do their march past, and then their quick march past, and then it's the turn of the mounted troops. So here we go, the Royal Horse Artillery start with the walk march, and they come first, taking precedence over all the other units when on parade with its guns. And when the King's troop passes the saluting base, the King acknowledges the leading gun as the colour. So then we have the Household Cavalry starting. So we have the Blues and Royals, who will be in blue jackets, and they've got their red plumes. And then following them, in a moment, you will have the Lifeguards, who will be wearing red jackets, and they have their white plumes. And as you can see, they're all on black horses. Look at this. I mean, they're riding so closely together. And look how they fan round to stay in that perfect line. It's a real, it must take a lot of rehearsal. Obviously the ones on the inside will have to really slow down, whilst the ones on the outside speed up a little bit. So they keep that line. I mean, they make that look so effortless, don't they? Really, really fabulous to witness that. So riding at the rear of the Household Cavalry are the farriers, one for each regiment, and they'll be carrying their glinting accents. And they're flanked by a soldier of each regiment. And the Lifeguards farrier actually wears a black plume rather than the usual regimental white. So every year the two Household Cavalry regiments take turns to parade the King's Cavalry standard. So this year it must be the Blues and Royals, I think. Please do correct me if I'm wrong. And as the standard passes by, it is flourished, it's dipped, as you can see there, in the presence of the King, the Queen Consort, and the other royal colonels. And then after they've walked past, the standard will be recovered again. So, like the foot guards, they do 2 rounds. So the second round is a trot past. So a state trumpeter will play the trot to signal the beginning of the sitting trot past. And a lot of dust is raised up by these horses. So both the King's Troops lead gun and the King's Cavalry standard, which isn't dipped, are trotted past the King and the Royal Colonels, who are saluted with their eyes right. So you can see the household cavalry are lining up again because they're going to do another practice of the walk past and the trot past. So here we go with the walk past. hear the state trumpeter.